get right into it. So Clint and Tracy. Clint is now staying at his parents for a while because I guess for some reason he's afraid to go back home because Tracy is there and he's afraid of what she might do. I call bull. I think that Clint is warming up to his parents because him and Tracy probably squandered a lot of his trust fund and now he's running low on money. So he's trying to get back in his mama's good graces because there's no money left, or probably not a lot of money left. We have to realize we have to look at Clint and Tracy through their addiction and not judge them, but also see the games that addicts play. They're constantly chasing this high, so you can't believe nothing that they say. Even when they're showing real emotion, you can't quite trust it because you don't know what the intention is behind it. And so I think that Clint is warming up to his mother, who has always had a soft spot for him because he probably squandered a lot of his money, especially since Tracy won that jackpot and went and got some crack and left him sitting there. That's probably what happened. Mother got that money and took the hell off and didn't include him. He's talking to his mom and she's just like, listen, if you go back to that woman, I can't rock with you. And I understand. I get it. You have to create boundaries. And her thing is, I am cutting you off. You can't come here. You can't get no money from me. She didn't say it, but when mother said cut off, we knew exactly what that meant. We're going to put a hold on that trust fund. We're not sending you any money. You can't come to the compound. We are done. Although I don't believe that because Clint stole a truck and ran it into like a Walmart and they still took him back. So, I mean, if you take him back after that, there ain't nothing else that he can do for you to be like, oh, well, I can't take you back now. You took him back after he crashed an entire truck into a Walmart, ma'am. Crack and meth is on the same damn level because he was probably high when he stole the truck. I get where she's coming from, and I hope that she stays committed to cutting him off because that's what you have to do. Your son is sick, ma'am. Your son is sick, and you have to create boundaries until he hits his rock bottom. And you know what? It may never come, but you have to stand your ground. Since we're here, I hate that I have to talk about it every episode, but it bothers me and I have to call it out every time. I really hate the fact that Clint is acting like Tracy is the only addict in this relationship. His family plays into that too, and that bothers me so much, which is probably why Tracy don't want to be bothered with him as well. Her thing is, listen, if I'm going to be out here cracked out on TV, showing my life and being very honest, I want you to do the same because I honestly don't think as a woman, right? And as a wife, you know what I mean? Your husband makes you take the rap for something that you both did, leaves you in prison for a while, because Tracy was in there for a minute. I don't know how long, but there were a couple of episodes that went by and Tracy was still in prison. So he leaves you in there for a while. And then when you come back out, he's on camera encouraging you to go to rehab. That's probably what's happening because one, Tracy is an addict, right? She does not want to go to rehab. But I also think there's a part of her that deeply resents Clint for making this entire thing about her. I think that she has become frustrated with the relationship and does not like how she's taking the brunt of it when at the end of the day, when the cameras are not rolling, they both in a Walmart parking lot getting high. It had to be something like that because we all know that addicts and relationships never break up. That addiction keeps them together until they feel like they can't trust you. That is one thing. Addicts will get high with you all day long. When they feel like they can't trust you, relationship is done.
Lacey, Shane, and John.
So we get this scene with Lacey where it's like half her confessional and half this scene with her and John. So in the confessional, she's talking about how she feels so betrayed by Shane and she feels like she can't trust him because of what he did. And now she's regretting the marriage and she's in love with John. While she's saying all of this stuff, while she's talking about how Shane betrayed her, she's also laying up in her marriage bed having phone sex with John. Really, girl? Really? Okay. I know where you live. Let me stop. And now I'm finally starting to understand why her father had that response with Shane, because a lot of y'all cussing me out. Y'all was like, Nikki, now I know you're not feeling bad for Lacey. Her father is treating Shane like that because he finally feels like his daughter got a good guy and he doesn't want to lose him. So he's treating him nice and kind because he doesn't want Lacey to mess this up because he's used to her daughter messing up really good relationships or picking the wrong guy. And you know what? I get it. I agree. I honestly do. But I just felt bad for her in that moment. But from seeing this scene, it all makes sense. So guys, you were right. I apologize. You see how easy that was? Still waiting for a couple of apologies. But shout out to the people who did. Shout out to the people who did. Not them two heifers that cussed me out real good. Maybe y'all haven't seen the video yet. Let me let it go. It's a new day. You know what I mean? And the Lord say, don't let the sun go down. So I ain't gonna let this sun go down. I forgive y'all. We can move on, but I was right. Andrea and Lamar. What the hell is going on with the blacks in Utah? Because baby, Andrea's friend comes over to, you know, console her friend because Andrea is having another one of her breakdowns. And it seems like this friend is used to these breakdowns and, you know, her relationship with Andrea because she just wasn't for her mess. She was just like, girl, you're crazy. You're having another one of your episodes. You know what I mean? She like came in right away and was on Lamar's side. So I was just like, oh, you're used to this crazy with your friend. Like, you guys are really friends because she came in ready to deal with Andrea's crazy while defending her husband, letting her know that she's messing up this relationship and might lose a good man. When your girlfriend starts defending your husband, if she ain't banging him, you are the problem. Because girlfriends, we will ride with you till the wheels fall off. We don't care how good this dude is. If you got a problem with him, we got a problem with him. The fact that her friend was just like, girl, stop. Lamar would never do that. Andrea is the problem. When your girlfriend gets to that point, she's tired of your mess. She realized that you are the issue and she wants you to fix it before you mess up something that is really good for you. Andrea, I hope you see that. I hope you see that, and I hope you value that friend. Unless she's the reason why Lamar got them condoms in his pocket. Let me tell you something. I don't put it past these producers to give us that kind of storyline, but I hope it's false because I love this couple. You know what I mean? Although Andrea is out of her rocker, I love the fact that this black Mormon who lives in Utah with her kids, who are obviously a product of Utah, has like this great relationship with this 20-year felon from LA. Their relationship on paper probably shouldn't work, but it does. And that's what I love about this couple. My only issue with this scene, Andrea's friend. I love the fact that she came in and she got her friend together. But what took me out of the scene was when she came in, she laid down in Andrea's bed, wrapped herself in Andrea's comforter with her outside clothes on. What in the black blasphemy? We don't do that. We don't, not in my African-American home. You don't sit on nobody's bed with your outside clothes on. And Andrea just sat there and looked at her. I'm just like, I'm glad you here. I was like, you're not going to kick her out? Ciao. No, I don't play that. But you know what? I'm not a black from Utah. So, you know, we are not a monolith, apparently. Guys, who would have thought that Lamar, the felon, the 20-year felon, who was probably in some gang activity and still is, who would have thought that he would be the same partner in this relationship? That just blows my mind. The same, like, thoughtful and caring partner. Because we got this scene in, you know, those little scenes that they do, like, in between commercial breaks, where Lamar was teaching Andrea's daughter how to drive. And it was just a real scene, but it was just so heartwarming. And I'm like, I cannot believe it. That Lamar is the one who was coming out of this whole thing smelling like roses. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? I love this family. I hope that Andrea is just doing this for TV and that Lamar is in on it with her because I really do like them together. They're a good match. Angela and Tony. So, let's dig into this, okay? Because I have some questions. So, Tony and Trailer Park Jerry Springer, also known as Tommy, they're going, I was going to say wedding suit. What is that? Tuxedo. You can tell I ain't been to a wedding in a while. But Tony and Tommy are going tuxedo shopping for his wedding to Angela. And while they're shopping, I'm telling you this had to be a producer because I do not believe that Tommy would confront Tony. I also believe that a producer forced him to propose to Angela. I think they talked to him, and through talking to him, they found out that he is in love with her. But I felt like that proposal was something that they concocted up. They approached him with it. He finally had the cojones to do it because I do believe that he's in love with Angela, right? However, I do not believe that this guy would confront Tony and make threats that if he doesn't treat Angela right, he's going to show him, right? So this is what happens. While they're shopping, out of nowhere, he just decides to reveal that he proposed to Angela. A producer told him to. He does it. It backfires. Because, baby, the look in Tommy's eyes, when he started hearing what Tony was saying, he was just like, oh, damn. I done went too far. God dang it. Somebody get me out of here. So he tells Tony this foolishness, and Tony, like the felon he is, real smooth with it. Fixing his tuxedo. So what you gonna do if I don't treat Angela right? I was like, what the hell just happened? Because everything changed. The whole mood changed. Me and Tommy were scared. Okay, Tommy was just like, his voice is quivering and everything. Well, I'll do something. I tell you that if you don't treat her right. Help. So then after Tommy says that, Tony, real calm. Have you ever killed before? What? I was like, wait, what just happened? Because I promise you that Tommy was not talking about beating up Tony. I think he was talking about maybe calling his parole officer or something like that. Because I promise you, Tommy was not talking about killing Tony, not even beating him up. Where the hell did this come from? The most he would have done is called Tony's PO. And as soon as the parole officer picked up, I bet you Tommy would have hung up out of fear. He doesn't give me confrontational guy, but Tony just took it there. It's the prison in him. It has to be the prison in him because he's just like, have you ever killed before? Then unless you've done it, I don't think you should talk about it. Sir, he wasn't. He wasn't talking about killing. He was not talking about killing anybody. He was not talking about burying a body or even assaulting you. He was trying to scare you a bit. In the real world, in the free world, we act a little different when we're free. We act a little different outside in this world where we're free civilians and not prisoners. Oh my goodness, bro. What the hell? Also, Tony, have you killed before? Because, no shade, but this is the storyline I want to follow. These producers told us that Tony was in prison due to some damn drugs. Now, if he was in prison for killing people, that is something you need to lead with. Do you guys think that Tony was just saying that to scare him? Or has Tony murdered before? Because I just feel like if you've never done that, why is that the first thing to go to? The conversation wasn't even heated. How did you go from, well, I want you to treat Angela right, to, have you killed before? What? Let me tell you something. If I was Tommy, I would have been like, cut. I'm not filming this scene anymore. I'm not dealing with these people. This dude is talking about ending my life, so I'm going to leave this scene alone, and whatever little stipend y'all was going to give me, y'all can keep it. I don't want to see Angela, them cameras, or that damn trailer ever again. I'm done. Have you ever killed before? I hate to say it. He was, when he just got real serious and wasn't like, some whiny little punk. Tony, was a little hot. I got to be honest. Oh, God, I'm turning into Cheryl. I hate the facts. You know what? This ain't right. This is not the Christian way, Nikki. But every time we talk about Megan, Michael, and Sarah, I get a little elated. Because I was right. But that's, what would Jesus do? No. Anyway, so we open up with the producers asking Michael if he has sex with Sarah. You know what? What scared me about Michael is how good he can lie. You know what I mean? Because we know him by now, we knew that he was lying. But if you didn't, you could really believe this dude because he didn't blink. He looked right into the camera and he was just like, I ain't have sex with Sarah. I slept in my daughter's bed with my girls and Sarah left for the night. Not even one lying cue. You couldn't pick it up. He could pass the polygraph test. Then we hop over to Sarah with them bad, tan, blocked eyebrows. She's sitting on a bed, cross-legged. Yes, Michael slept over, but we slept in different beds. Now, let me tell you the truth. So, Michael slept over and, I slept with my husband. I told y'all. You know what? I think it's because it's sad to say, I hope they ain't watching this. I got enough, Buster cousins to know this kind of baby mom. You know what I mean? I have men in my family who resemble Michael just a little. Because they're my family, I'm gonna say just a little. If they wasn't, I would have said something else. But because we got the same DNA, I'm gonna say they resemble Michael a little bit, right? I have been around the women that they chose to impregnate. And my God, today, they are Sarah in different cultures. Like, oh my gosh, I know this chick. I know this chick to the T. She was so elated to have slept with that community peen that embarrassed her on national TV for 3 seasons, because they had a little bonus season. She was so excited. Oh, Sarah, the bar is not even in hell for you. It's beneath hell, okay? It's hanging in the equator, girl. I can't. I'm so disappointed. And let's talk about this one trait that I've seen Michael do a lot. Like, he loves to make a woman crazy. He will go in a confessional and he will say, oh, I got love for this one and I got love for that one, but it's really hard because I got to have sex with my wife so I can see my kids. Listen, that's the only lie he ain't tell. Hello, we just got proof, right? However, I've noticed this thing about him is that he enjoys frustrating women. He enjoys being mentally abusive to women, because let's tell the truth and shame the devil. This is what he's doing. He's humiliating these women. He is embarrassing them. He is lying to them. He is tormenting them. He is getting off on this. Here is why. Michael could put his phone on silent. He knows how to do that, but he won't. What he will do is when he's with women, when he's in a confessional, he'll leave his phone on. So while he's laying up with Miss Maria, Sarah is texting him because she didn't have that peen. So now she's fiending, right? So she's texting him and his phone is going off. Instead of putting it on silent, he keeps it on. And I bet you he turned that volume up, because the fact that we could hear that, whatever that little notification is for his text, the fact that we can hear it so clearly from any room that he's in lets me know that he knows exactly what he's doing. He wanted Miss Maria to ask about that. He's like, oh no, it ain't nobody. And he's laying down again, knowing that he just blew Sarah's back out and probably got her pregnant again, that now she wants some more. So he knows she's going to text him again. He just keeps on hitting it. No, that ain't nobody. No, ain't nobody you need to be worried about. No, that's just a telemarketer. Telemarketers are texting you, boy, you a liar. You a liar, but you love that. He gets off on that. He gets off of laying in between Miss Maria's legs, then going downstairs and talking to Megan, who's just like, where the hell have you been? Where are you? You notice she keeps on getting a little Sarah accent too. Is Michael's sperm based in Brooklyn? Because why does all the women that he ejaculates in starts to talk like the cast of Orange is the New Black? Either he got Brooklyn peen or felony peen. Is felonious peen all based in like the colder East Coast? Like, what the hell is... I'm disappointed with everybody involved in this. But the one I'm disappointed in the most, Miss Maria. Because at your big age, you were laying up in some Best Western motel that you paid for. Wait for this guy to come service you while he's out gallivanting all over Rochester, dropping that felonious peen into anything who will let him in. And at your big age, ma'am, you know this. You know this because you look like you've been here before. And you done left them teenage kids, probably got a 9-year-old roaming around the East Coast somewhere. You done left them kids to do this, to lay up in a Best Western. It don't even look like you went anywhere. So you laying up in this Best Western, probably going across the street to the gas station to get some Twizzlers and a soda, while you're sitting up here waiting for this dude with a puff ponytail to come have sex with you. He ain't even washed that penis off. You probably got Sarah floating around in you. Girl, bye. You too damn old. I'm so disappointed in you, Miss Maria. You should know better. You teach your daughter not to fall for a Michael. How you falling for a Michael, mama? Now Sarah pops up. We see her in a car just driving because she fiending. She fiending for that Michael peen. that felonious ancestor peen, like she is fiending for it, right? So she in the car driving late at night. Who the hell is watching them kids? Who the hell is watching them kids? Because she's talking about, oh, I'm rolling up on Michael because he was supposed to take Aviana out for some ice cream. So I'm rolling up on him because he didn't show up. You couldn't roll up on him at 12:30, 1 p.m. You couldn't take Aviana with you. You couldn't drop her off with Emmy, the best husband you've had since we've met you. You couldn't drop her off with her in the daytime while you go roll up on Michael. You were going to roll up on Michael because you wanted to catch him in that hotel so you could get another round. That's what you were doing. This was not about them kids. And I'm so glad because it seems like a lot of you saw that. A lot of you saw that she was not rolling up on Michael because he did not go get ice cream with her daughter. I don't even believe that at this point concerning Sarah, because she does lie a lot concerning Michael and the kids situation. Like, I just don't believe nothing she says at this point, because we have seen in her actions, it's all about getting this man back. It's all about getting him to love you. It's all about Michael's penis. This whole show is based off of his penis. So she's using this excuse that this is about her child. Okay, so she rolls up on him, and while she rolls up on him, these producers, messy. You know that they probably held Sarah down the street until Michael and Miss Maria walked out for a cigarette break. Then they said, oh, send her now. Tell her she can come now. So Sarah rolls up, and as soon as she rolls up, Miss Maria, at her what? Big age, is ready to scrap. Ready to scrap Sarah over Michael. You didn't even take a moment to think, how did I end up here? Like, why is this my life? I'm fighting over a man with a puff ponytail in front of a Best Western. You don't want more for yourself? I don't even know you, and I do. So now Sarah and Miss Maria are going back and forth. First of all, I will say this though. Miss Maria is about that life. She didn't even wait for homegirl to get all the way out of the car. Michael couldn't stop her. She's just like, what's up? I'm like, wait a minute, ma'am. You got kids. She was probably like, they almost grown. I don't care. Like, she was ready to go over Michael. Michael, she's ready to fight. First of all, did y'all see Michael? Trash dude, because he loves it. Trying to hold back Miss Maria so lightly with a little hand. He's like, come on, stop. Stop. He's loving it, right? And you know who else is loving it? Sarah, because she is waiting for the moment to tell Miss Maria that she is having sex with Michael. So she's just like, ooh, girl. Ooh, girl. And in her confessional, she's just like, she doesn't even know where her man was at last night. Oh, girl, bye. Where was he, Sarah? In your vagina? That's not a badge of honor. That's an embarrassment. You about to get them tan, blocked eyebrows knocked off your forehead over Michael? Over Michael? That's my husband. That's my husband. That's my husband. Good for you. Thank you. Take him home and make sure he doesn't bother anybody else, because he is not a prize, okay? He is a threat. He is a threat to vaginas all across the world, okay? Take him off our hands, please. He is not a prize.
That's my husband. That's my husband.
You said that with your whole chest on TV. Woo! Where do y'all find these people? You know what I just thought about? Bad Nikki. I just thought about Aviana watching this episode while Sarah is talking about Michael was supposed to come pick up Aviana at 12 so they could have ice cream. Aviana sitting on the couch watching this like, really? We didn't talk about that. She lied. I just saw that little girl on the couch like, what? Girl, you lied. That's it for me. I apologize if in the background you hear my dryer. I started filming this and I totally forgot that I am washing my comforter today. And I put it in the dryer, and because it's a comforter, it takes forever. So I thought it would be done by now, but I didn't want to waste any more time. So I don't know if you can hear it, but if you can, forgive me. I'm trying. I'm a one-woman show right now. So that's all I wanted to talk about. Let me know what you thought about this episode in the comment section below. And if you like what you see here, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will see you probably Friday night for the, what, is it the season finale? Or do we have 2 more episodes? Whatever, I ain't got nothing to do on Friday, so I'll probably be there for the following episode of Life, not Love, because I was going to say Love, Life After Lockup. Love you guys. Oh, please, guys, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share. If you don't want to do all 3, just do 1, so YouTube can know that I'm doing a damn thing over here. I appreciate the love and the support. See you soon. Bye.